people that I think would show up that I don't want there.
Right.
Like, I don't want them there because the reasons for showing up aren't necessarily the best reasons. Like, they don't really like me. And you know what? They have their reasons, and good for them.
Shannen Doherty getting real about who she doesn't want attending her funeral.
I don't want people to be crying or people to privately being like, thank God that's dead now. My whole point with the podcast is that, yes, I can go back and I can tell the truth of things, which may seem disruptive, but there's always a positive. I think for me, also doing the podcast right now, it seems to be very cathartic. It's like the best form of therapy you can have.
And on the latest episode of her Let's Be Clear podcast, the actress doesn't hold back while chatting about her future funeral arrangements with best friend Chris Cortazzo, who's also in charge of Shannen's will.
Where do you want it to be?
Let's do it here at my house. But like party. I want it to be a celebration.
And where do you want your ashes?
I haven't figured that out yet. This is such a morbid conversation.
Oh, but
it's also so fun.
So while she has a few details still to work out, Shannen knows one thing for sure. The guest list is going to be tight.
That's the better list. I can't give you a list of who I don't want because that's way too long. I don't mind my fans showing up. Like, those are people who've supported me my entire life and my career.
And love you.
And I love them. Like, that's different. I'm talking about like people that really don't like me. I just don't want those people there. And I know who they are, but they will because it's the politically correct thing to do and they don't want to look bad. And so I kind of want to take that pressure off of them. As long as I never give up on myself and I believe that I can do it and I'm doing it for all the right reasons and I have my support system around me, that's all that matters.
Shannen's funeral chat comes amid her battle with stage 4 cancer. She was first diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015.
I welcome you guys back on here. If you consider subscribing, liking, and also share this video. So Shannen Doherty, before she passed on, she left a list of people she didn't want at her funeral. According to a couple of reports we can see online, they say that Shannen Doherty, actually, in one of the interviews she had on her podcast, she said that she's very, very much aware that there will be so many people who would want, to attend her funeral, but of course, not everyone should be able to attend that funeral. As friends, family, and fans actually continue to mourn her loss and celebrate the life and legacy of Shannen Doherty, one of the biggest names who actually appeared in the 90210 Beverly Hills movie. We are still mourning and of course commemorating her passing on. Of course, before she passed on, that was on Saturday, July 13th, at the age of 53, following a lengthy battle with health-related issues. She came out and said, like I've told you in Let's Be Clear, in her Let's Be Clear podcast, that she had to open up and reveal the people she didn't want at her funeral. She said in her own words that there is a lot of people that I think would show up that I don't want there. I don't want them because their reasons for showing up aren't necessarily the best reasons. Like, they don't really like me, and they may have their own reasons, and it would be good for them, but they don't actually really like me enough to show up to my funeral. Though no names were mentioned at the time, she claimed that there would be some people who actually would only go to her funeral because they feel like they have to, feeling the pressure, and of course not to look bad. They would pretend because it's politically correct, a correct thing to do, and they don't want to look bad in front of the public. But she said she didn't want to take pressure off them, therefore she had to come out and reveal that she did not want them at her funeral. So it's been are really very heartbreaking ever since Shannen passed on. And of course, a statement was released saying that it's with heavy heart that we confirm the passing on of actress Shannen Doherty. That was on Saturday, July 13th, after a lengthy battle with health-related issues. Of course, the devoted daughter, sister, auntie, friend, and she actually passed on, surrounded by loved ones as well as her dog, Paul. We are still mourning and commemorating her passing on, and of course, when updates regarding her funeral are released, we'll be coming out here to give you